Yes, lads, welcome back to the channel for another live stream, and this one is the post-match reaction for Newport County 1, Forest Green Rovers 2 in the Papa John's Trophy group stage game. Now, going into this one, look, I wasn't confident whatsoever about the game. Look, there's just no confidence installed in this team from me at the moment. Let's be honest, the run of form is awful. Not looking good in games at all. So there was no reason for me to be confident. There was no reason for me to have belief, going into this game. So, I was just going into it with the open mind, thinking, something may happen. They might show me something in the game, and they offered nothing. We absolutely offered nothing in that game of football. I thought at times maybe we could have done something, but the large part of it was pretty dreadful. Passing was decent. Creating chances was not the thing that sort of let us down. We don't want to take shots. We are scared to take shots, and it's really, really scary. We're getting on the edge of the box, and then we just don't hit it. We're either playing it to the left, playing it to the right, or going backwards. There was a moment in the second half. I think if someone can correct me, it would be perfect, but I believe it was 1-0 down. It might have been 2, but we were definitely losing. We have the ball on the edge of the box with Declan Drysdale. He drives into the box, and within the space of 15 seconds, the ball is back to the goalkeeper. It's no sort of urgency in that final third. Creating the chances, like I said, that's what's not the issue. We can create chances, and we've seen that we can create chances. What is more annoying is when we get to the final third, we can't do anything. We're absolutely toothless up front. Like I said, I have pinned the matchday vlog, which I've uploaded on the channel in the pinned comment. So please do go and watch the matchday vlog after this post-match reaction show, of course. I will go through a few comments. I'll read through the stats. And then if anyone does want to come in at the end of the stream, we will open the lines up for someone else to jump in. Chris Welch is in. He says, "Evening, mate. Hope you're well. I couldn't give a toss about this competition." Look, I probably echo your thoughts, Chris. I probably echo your thoughts. I don't really care about the competition, but it's just annoying that we're desperate for a win. We need a win, and we still just can't get over the line in games. We cannot create something, or we cannot put chances away in the final third. Hence the title. We need to take chances, because we get to the final third, it's good. Will Evans, I thought, played well. I thought Thierry Neves played well. We're getting it into the final third, but when we get there, we're struggling. We're really struggling when we get it into that final third. Evening, John. Big up to yourself. Luke says, our goals that were disallowed were abysmal. How can you be offside from the 6-yard line when you have defenders on the goal line? Exactly. That's what I mean. The referee was atrocious again tonight, but, I'm not going to blame the referee. The referee's not the reason we can't put the ball in the back of the net. Jeff says, these Mickey Mouse competitions are just a waste of the floodlight bulbs. Again, I echo your thoughts. I do echo your thoughts about the competition, but when you're in a competition as a professional, you should be wanting to win. You should be trying your all to win. So I don't know. I'd rather get knocked out ASAP for us. I don't care about competition because of the under 21s being in it. Yeah, they wanna put the under 21s in the Carabao Cup as well, don't they? Stupid. Absolutely. This is all what it's about, money. It's all it's about is money. Robbery is bloody magic. He wears the magic hat. When he sees Matty Dolan, he says, I'll play that. Yeah, Matty Dolan didn't play too bad tonight. I will go through player ratings as well. I'll probably start doing that on the post-match reaction. So, right, I am going to drop the link in the chat. I won't be... well, no, what I'll do, I'll do that, and then I'll put it in towards the end of the stream. So if you do want to get your thoughts in, then please make sure to stick around, because I will be dropping the link in about 10 minutes time after I go through the the stats, the player ratings, and my final thoughts, and then we'll get other people in for the last couple of minutes. Read the last few comments, and then we will go into the stats. Callum says, "What did you think of tonight's game?" Dreadful, absolutely dreadful. I thought the game in general was bad. I didn't think Forest Green were that good. Yes, they were decent, but they weren't. You basically watching that, you couldn't say they're a League One side. I know it's their fringe players, but a couple of their big players did play. The likes of Stevenson, Hendry, O'Keefe, Reece Brown. So a few of their main players did play, and a few of our main players played. So that's Carabao Cup being the EFL Trophy 2.0. And Byrie is in. Big up Byrie. Thank you for tuning in, mate. He says, "Hope you're well." Well, I would be if we wouldn't put in a dross performance like that. Right, I will share the screen, and then we can go through the stats, go through the player ratings. Let me know if you disagree with any of the player ratings that I say. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. What was that? Didn't mean to do that. Sorry about that. This happens when you're live. This is the only problem about doing this when you're live. You'll mess up. Right, is that on there? Right, it is. Right, let's have a look at the stats first. So the stats for the game, if we can have a look. 45% possession to 55. Look at that. 17 of their shots, 7 on target. 2 shots on target out of 13. We need to eradicate this desperately because we're having shots, but they're just wasteful. Absolutely wasteful. We're not, forcing anything from the goalkeeper. It's just pointless having the shot, really, if you're just going to, hit it wide or put it over the bar like Robbie Wilmot did. 7 shots off target. Corners were okay. Fouls, like I said, it was a very feisty game, to be fair. Big chances. We did miss a big chance. Not sure which one they've counted as the big chance, if I'm truthfully honest, but it is what it is. In terms of the passing decent. They did outpass us, to be fair, and they were a lot better than us, to be fair. Possession loss. See, we're still... I know they've lost the possession 146 times there, but still we're losing possession more than the opposition. Tackles and stuff like that is pretty much irrelevant. That leaves us second in the Carabao Cup. Forest Green top with 2 wins out of 2. Probably guarantees them into the next round of the Papa John's Trophy onto 6 points. With us on 3 points. Exeter, Southampton still yet to play each other. So, look, if you want to read into that and, if you want to get out of the group, obviously we're in it, so I want to win it, basically. I know, obviously, the Papa John's Trophy is not prestigious, but if I'm in it, I want to win it. So that is the standings. Right, player ratings. Let's go through player ratings. Right, Joe Day. Let me know your thoughts on Joe Day's performance today. I thought, at time, look, when you're a goalkeeper and you've got, a makeshift, not makeshift, but players that sort of are not playing with each other all of the time in front of you, the goalkeeper's not going to be able to, have a worldy game. I think a couple of saves were absolutely superb. A couple of the saves were generally world class. So I think, you're looking at that. There was moments in the game where you say fair play, Joe Day. I thought he was excellent. I'd probably give Joe Day, give him a 7, like they gave him. I did think he was very good, to be fair. Let me know if you agree in the chat. Aaron Lewis, again, I'd probably give him an average 6. Going forward, was very good, but defensively, he just seems a little bit off it defensively. I don't think he is the type of left back or full back that we're going to need in this system if we're going to play proactive football up and down the pitch constantly. So probably give him a 6. 1 minute he's playing, 1 minute he's not. Declan Drysdale, absolutely superb. Declan Drysdale, I think contender for potentially man of the match. I'll give him a 7. He's coming out with the ball. He was bringing the ball forward. Large parts of the game, defensively sound. Good in the air, good with his feet. I'd probably give Declan Drysdale a 7. I thought he was, very mature with the way he was playing. James Clark next to him, I'd probably give him 7 as well. I think the centre-back partnership was, really good. They were both commanding their area, commanding the back line. They were both pushing forward, allowing obviously the fullbacks to allowing the midfielders to sort of drop in when they were going forward and sort of interchange and overlapping, which I thought was very good. So I'd probably give him a 7. Cameron Norman, probably a 6 for me for Cameron Norman. Again, a bit like Aaron Lewis, going forward, excellent. Crossing, atrocious. And defending, again, not much better than obviously his crossing. So I'd probably give him a 6 as well. Both fullbacks were iffy at times, very, very iffy. So I'll probably give Cameron Norman a 6. Let's read a few comments. Big up, Chris. Hope you're well, mate. I know you were live momentarily as I got in, but thanks for obviously tuning in to this stream. I think we should try Day instead of Townsend. Thank you. Oh, God. I knew he was going to say something like that, Chris. He has been better than Townsend. When he's played, he's been better. What more can you ask for a goalkeeper? What more can you ask for? Moving on to the midfield then. Robbie Wilmot. Thought Wilmot was very good. I'll probably give Wilmot a 7. These ratings are really high. These ratings are very high. I'd give Robbie Wilmot a 7. He had a shot in the second half, which the ball fell to him on the edge of the box and he just walloped it. It was never going to go in, but he's trying. He got stuck in a few times, especially on the near side to where where we were. The ball bounced and he just went flying into the Forest Green player, won the ball as well. So he really wanted to get stuck in, and he really did get stuck in. So it showed the urgency and the tenacity to get stuck in from Robbie Wilmot. So I'd give him a 7. Matty Dolan, I don't know why they've given him a 7. I'll drop it down to a 6. I thought he was average. At times I thought he was good. He was commanding a lot. He was loud. He was really sort of leading the team at times, but it's just the sloppy passing and the misjudging of the ball watching. That's what really drags Matty Dolan's game down. If he was a bit quicker and if he could command and if he could control the ball a lot more and be more decisive on the ball, I think he would be very good. But again, he was playing midfield today. I don't think he's got the legs or the physicality to play midfield anymore. I think he is suited to a defender now, unfortunately. So it brings his rating down to a 6. Sam Bowen again, 6. At times, you can see what Sam Bowen is about. That you can see the type of midfielder that he's about. He wants to win the ball. He wants to progress it deep, and he wants to play it from deep. But he just didn't have a chance today. Their midfield completely and utterly isolated him. He had barely any space on the ball, and when he did get the space on the ball, it was not really utilised to the best of his ability and the best of or the best way to utilise the ball. I thought it was very limited in midfield today, Sam Bowen, and I think hence why he got taken off. Will Evans, I'm going to give a 7.5. I think Will Evans was man of the match for me. Scored the goal, was very, very progressive when he had the ball. When he received the ball, he was cutting inside. He was trying to take players on. He was looking for options. He was getting stuck in. And the goal he took was, taken very well, being in the right place, right time. I thought he probably could have maybe had another one if, the ball got played to him in the first half when I think it was Zimba who had the chance. He probably could have played it into Will Evans and Will Evans probably would have scored. So very unlucky not to get 2 goals, but great performance from Will Evans and my man of the match. So 7.5 a man of the match. Thierry Nevers. It's a difficult one with Thierry Nevers because first half, excellent. I said it in the vlog. When I done my halftime sort of review. He's trying to get past players. He's trying to take players on, beat the man and get the ball into the final third, or beat the man and progress, or beat the man and pass it in. And he was doing that constantly in the first half. The little trickery, the little flicks that he was producing, the little one-touch passing was excellent in the first half. If he continued that into the second half, he's probably looking at a man of the match performance and probably doesn't get substituted. So I'd probably have to just give him a 6 for that. But if he would have kept that first half performance up, probably could have been looking at a 7, 8. Probably would have stayed on the pitch, maybe even scored a goal with the way he was going. But yeah, a 6 for Thierry Nevers. Chanka Zimba, it's a difficult one for Zimba. I think, he's not had a real chance in the team. I mean, he played at Luton, played against Portsmouth. He's getting chances, but they're very, very few and far between. 1 minute he's playing, then he has to wait 3 or 4 games to get another game. So I think it's just a case of match sharpness just clearly isn't there with Chanka Zimba. He's just not playing enough. You sign a player from Cardiff on loan. You're expecting him to be a large part of your team, especially with the manager, the connections that he has, and Zimba just hasn't had the game time. I think that's down to the manager personally. I think you've got to play someone like Zimba, especially with the qualities that he has. But again, just no service. And when the ball was up in the final third, it was either Nevers, or Will Evans producing something in that final third. Zimba, very, very little. So I'm going to give him a 5.5. I know it's harsh, but was ineffective from start to finish. Moving on to the substitutes, Nathan Mariah Welsh. We'll go into Lewis Collins first because he came on first. So Lewis Collins, of course, come on for Thierry Nevers. I thought Collins was all right when he came on. There was that first 2-3 minutes of urgency, of getting stuck in, driving at players, really trying to insert a bit of energy into the team. We were that was literally just before we conceded as well, I believe. But he really injected something into the team and really gave us an outlet going forward. And I think Lewis Collins should be getting more game time again, just like Chanka Zimba. So I'd probably give Lewis Collins a 6 for his performance. Nathan Mariah Welsh, again, completely and utterly changed the game. When he comes on, he just changes our midfield. I think he is our best midfielder. I know that's probably going to get a little bit of debate. I hope it does because I believe I'm right with that. Nathan Mariah Welsh is our best midfielder. He receives the ball, he drives. He's got a good pass on him. He's got good ability to drive past people. His dribbling is good. He's an all-round, very, very good midfielder. I'd give him a 6, though. I don't think he'd done much in this game, but I'm talking about in general there in terms of his ability as a midfielder. I think we didn't see as much of it today as we'd have liked for Nathan Mariah Welsh in that second half performance. I'll give him a 6. And then Omar Bogle is a difficult one. I'm going to give him a 6.5. And the only reason I've got him to be higher rated than Nathan Mariah Welsh is when Bogle come on, he had a couple of chances, had a couple of shots. I think his goal that he did score probably was onside. I don't know why the referee was awful again, but like I said, I'm not going to blame the referee because ultimately, if we put the ball in the back of the net, the amount of times we had the chance to, we're not talking about a referee error. We're just not, because we probably won the game 4-2. But it is what it is. The referee, Sean, mate, you're doing my head in, mate. So we're just going to time you out. But yeah, what was I saying? Omar Bogle, when he came on, he was dry. He was taking shots. He was probably the only one in the team that were taking shots. When he came on, he had a couple of chances, and it was better. It was better when Bogle came on. James Rowbury, I don't know if. Well, no, I was going to try and click on James Rowbury, but James Rowbury tonight, in terms of my analysis of Rowbury, I thought, the team selection, you can't really say anything because it's a Papa John's Trophy game. You've got to rotate. They score, and I mean, when they scored, I thought we're going to see something, because they scored their first in the 69th minute. We've already made 3 subs by then, so I think it's difficult to say with Rowberry, because you could say that he rushed the decision, or he rushed the substitutions, brings 3 substitutes on, and ultimately I think that does potentially cost us the game, because he's changed 3 players at once, or in the space of like 6 minutes, and then 6 minutes later they score. Whether that's a coincidence or whether that just happens, I'm not too sure. But yeah, I'd probably give Rowberry a 6 tonight. It was average. He didn't do anything massively wrong. He didn't go out there with awful tactics. It's not his fault that the players don't shoot. Let's be honest. I know I want the manager gone, because I just don't think he's good enough. But you can't blame him for the reason to us not taking shots in the final third. That's just not down to the manager, is it? He's not on the pitch with the ball at the final third. He's not the one not taking a shot. So you can't really, I know people will, people always will, but you can't really say anything bad about the manager, because ultimately, like I said, he's not the one that is in the final third not taking the shots. I know everyone will want to blame James Rowberry, but I don't think it warrants the sort of rant about Rowberry. Those are the player ratings and the sort of match reaction. I will drop the link in to see if anyone does want to join. So I will put the StreamYard link in. I'm not going to stay live for ages. I'll probably end it in the next few minutes. So if we don't get anyone in, then I will wrap it up. So like I said, I'll drop my final thoughts before we wrap it up. And then obviously if anyone does join in the meantime, we'll get them in, ask them their thoughts on the game. If they went, what they thought of it, or if they didn't go, what was their thoughts on the game. But my overall thoughts, at the end of the day, it's not the league. I mean, I said that to a few people. It's not the league. It's not one where you're going to come out of it and you're going to be, oh my God, absolutely embarrassing, pathetic, awful. Don't think it's one of them games. It just really isn't a type of game to be feeling like that. I think it's just one where you look back on and you say, okay, we weren't good enough. We were sloppy, didn't take our chances. And ultimately, the team that took their chances more won the game. And like I said, we're still in this contention to qualify at this group. We're still second. I know Exeter have got to play Southampton in their match day, and one of them could go above us, but I don't think it's something that we need to be crying about, because I think it's just not one of them things. It's the Papa John's Trophy. Like Chris Welch said, it's not the end of the world if you lose it, but it's just annoying that we desperately need to win games of football at the moment. We just can't. That's what's more annoying, I think. The thing that's more annoying for me is the fact that we are in desperate need of winning a game of football. We just need to win a game of football to reinstall the confidence, reinstall the belief into this team at the moment, because they just look dejected. They look broken, and they look like they've got no confidence whatsoever. That's what I mean. That's what I'm more sort of annoyed about, is the fact that they just don't look like they look broken. They look broken and they look lost, and that's the scary thing, because when you start to have a team that looks broken and the confidence is shot, that's when it starts to get worrying, and then that's when leaks come out that players ain't happy and that they're turned on the manager, and that sort of thing you just really do not want to see. Like I said, I am going to wrap up this post-match reaction here. I will put the link to the match day vlog in the comments section, or in the live chat, sorry. If you could go over to the match day vlog and give it a like, give it a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, that would be much appreciated. Just drop a comment on the vlog, let me know your thoughts, like the video as well, like this video, and I will catch up with you guys soon for some more Newport and Wales content. Wales content returns tomorrow. Like, share and subscribe. Stay well. Newport lose in the Papa John's Trophy, 4 defeats in a row. Take care now.